subscribe to the channel and hit like. Don't upset Keanu Reeves. What's a deep dark secret you've never told anyone? When I first learned what masturbating was, I had the iPod Touch First General. I looked up stuff like boobs and butts, but I got so paranoid that my mom would find out I did it, so I threw away the iPod. I wish I was smart enough to clear my search history back then. My fiance's brother downloaded porn to his phone when he was maybe 14, before going to the mountain house, where there was no Wi-Fi or cell signal. When he went to watch it, Obama's face popped up telling him he was going to jail. He panicked, smashed the phone, and threw it in the woods. He told his parents he lost the phone. They still don't know the truth, and his mom thinks we'll find it someday in a drawer in the house. It's been around 5 years now. Sheesh. Thanks, Obama. I was really horny, but my family was around, so my solution was to go take a shower and choke the chicken in there. At the time I didn't have a phone case on my phone, since my previous one broke. I was getting pretty close standing in the shower, so I went to set my phone in basket on top of the toilet, where my wallet and stuff was, but instead I accidentally dropped my phone on the tile floor and the screen was completely shattered. I immediately realized I couldn't easily explain this to my dad, so my solution was to finish my shower and get dressed, then go to the basement stairs and slip down the stairs, and get scratched up, and let my phone fall. I then went upstairs with my bleeding knee and broken phone, and say I fell down the stairs, and that it broke my phone. I immediately got sympathy from my family, and didn't get in trouble. Nobody knows that I threw myself down the stairs, and didn't just slip. I realize now that I probably could have just said I fell, but at the time I felt I had to actually do it. Method acting. My wife has a ceramic mug that she uses all day every day to drink water. As long as I've known her, she's used the same mug 5 years ago. Shortly after we moved in together, I found the same mug on eBay. That replacement mug sits in a Banks box at my office, just in case the day comes that I accidentally break the original. This is very cute. If anybody remembers the toy sock and boppers. Basically they're blow up boxing gloves that are shaped kind of like lawnmower tires. They didn't need to strap or tie around your wrist to stay on, because at full inflation the hand insert was tight enough to snug your wrist. Well, one day I'm lying on the couch and my little brother decided to whack me in the side of the head with one when I wasn't paying attention. His fun was cut short, however. He immediately took off the bopper and lamented that it was wet inside the hand insert and that it stunk. Confused, he walked away. I had been using it for a pocket vagina. Sock m/boppers. They're more fun than a pillow fight. Good lord. I can no longer see this advertisement with the same eyes ever again. I used to put croissants through the self-service as bread rolls. They weigh roughly the same, so it won't set them off, and it comes in as half the price. Peppers still get weighed as onions. Come get me, supermarket said it. We're all going to hell. I bought 5 donuts recently, but told the machine I only had 4. FBI open up. When I was a kid, I once took a drinking straw and blew air into my piss hole just to see what would happen. There was a weird gurgling sound, like boiling soup. Scared the hell out of me. I was worried I broke something. Stupid kid. That's not how blowjobs work. I now have a horrible image of the air coming rushing out in one giant penile fart, which if you were flaccid would cause the penis to flap around like an angry air hose, all the while whistling a happy little tune. So thanks. My penis is several shades darker than the rest of me. And I never tan my penis. Common two-tone Malone. That you, buddy? I jerk off every day at work. In the toilet, of course. Get yourself an ant plant. I've jerked off on the clock at every job I've ever had since I was 14. Everywhere from porta johns at construction sites to a Six Flags employee bathroom. I jerked it. Point. The boss gets $1. I get a dime. That's why I jerk on company time. You madman. It's all I can do to not puke in those things. When I was in high school, I had a potted plant in my room that looked a little like a mini palm tree. It had a bare stem and a head of stringy leaves at the top. At some point I decided that the soil in the pot was a convenient place to jizz whenever I masturbated. This went on happily for a few weeks, but eventually, it seems the ants found it. For several days there was a constant stream of ants going to my compound. Of course, during this time I made sure to deposit more fresh loads for them to eat. Eventually, it seems they decided that it was such a good location, they would move in. I noticed that they started carrying in these little white pellets that I assume were probably eggs. There were also a lot of winged ants that showed up, and they would hang around uselessly at the base of the plant. I kept the ant colony well fed with jizz for some months, and sometimes if I had some spare time I would just sit and stare at them busily running around with their little white egg pods, or whatever they were. Unfortunately, I don't remember how this story ended. I think my mom probably noticed the ants and sprayed everything and killed them all, but at least for a little, while I had this wonderful motherly feeling of protecting my little colony and nourishing it with my nut milk. Well, that's enough internet for today. When I was a teen I got bored in my fapping. I tried to place my D***ck above the candlelight, like around 1.5 inch above the fire. Then the fire strangely reached out to my penis like the Lord of Light gets angry at me. IDK. What kind of sorcery or scientific SHT happened at that time still bothers me. Hey dude, pretty sure a demon tried to give you a hand job. You got so bored whacking that you tried to set your leather lance on fire. Thanks for watching and subscription. I hope you did not burn your leather spears. In the next form I will eat a fishing hook.